We begin this video with component alignment. Enhancements made in 16.6 include the ability to align by edge. When aligning horizontally, options include top, center, or bottom. Just below are spacing options that include DFA compression or equal spacing. Use the minus or plus buttons to adjust the spacing to user-entered values. The Place Replicate application now supports the processing of component reference designators. The work performed in customizing assembly text or silkscreen to the seed circuit can now be leveraged across the replicated modules. Let's go through the steps of creating, then applying the seed circuit to the module on the right. At this point, you'll see that the reference designators are now aligned with that of the seed circuit. If you're in the habit of deleting outlines in text for silkscreen purposes, you'll be happy to know we have the ability to refresh at the symbol instance level. The Shape Add Rectangle command has been enhanced to support cornering options of chamfer and round. Control the corner length, radius, using either explicit length values or as a percentage of the short edge. When adding a rectangular shape, you have the option of interactively drawing it, or use the new Place Rectangle option if you want to use parameterized entries for width and height. We can now easily contract or expand an existing shape simply by hovering over it and using the right mouse button command, along with the plus and minus signs over on the right. What you're seeing next are net names embedded in C-lines, pins, and shapes. You have the ability to control them separately by accessing the parameter file. Two new selection methods are introduced: select by lasso and path. In the first example, I use lasso to select a group of pins. Once selected, I can use the right mouse button context-sensitive menu to select a command. Next, I use path. This might be a handy way to select C-lines that run on a diagonal. Once selected, again, use the right mouse button option to select the appropriate command. Show Measure now displays results in database and alternate units. Alternate unit display requires the enablement of a user preference variable, Show Measure Alt Units. After I perform the display measure command, note the report now has two columns, the left being the primary and the right being the alternate unit. Custom text can now be specified for any dimension value using an optional text field located in the Options panel. If user-entered text is specified in the text field, it will override any computed or specified entries in the value field. In this example, I'm typing in %V followed by the word TYP, typical. When I go to use the linear dimension command, you'll see that TYP is added as a suffix to the primary value.